point A is situated at the bottom of a rough plane, which is inclined at an angle of 30 degrees to the horizontal. A body projected from A with a speed of 15 meters per second along and up the line of greatest slope. The coefficient of friction between the body and the plane is 0.3. The body first comes to rest at the point B. Find the distance AB. Okay, like to draw a diagram, so we draw a slope at 30 degrees. Our starting point, we have the block here, and we have its weight acting downwards. We have the resultant force acting up perpendicular to the plane, and we have a resistance force here, because it's a rough plane, and we're going to say that resistance force is mu r, because frictional force is F is equal to mu r. It is travelling at 15 meters per second. It then ends up at this point here. The same forces are still acting on it, and at this point here its velocity becomes 0, and what we've got to calculate is this distance here. How far does it actually travel? So using energy, so the energy at A will be Ke plus Pe. The Ke is half mv squared, Pe is mgh, so Ke will be a half times m times 15 squared. We don't really have to worry about the potential energy because it's at 0, so it will be mg times 0. 15 squared is 255, so it gives me 255 to m joules. So the energy at B, the energy here, well, we're going to have kinetic energy will be nothing because it will be half m times 0 squared. The velocity is 0, so that will be nothing. But the potential energy, it would erase this distance. So this distance using our trigonometry will be s sine of 30 degrees. Sine of 30 is a half, so that gives me s over 2. So this becomes mg s over 2. So the energy at B will be a half mg s joules. This bit will be 0. So the energy loss, moving from here to here, is going to be a half of m of 255 minus gs. If you want, pause the video here to see, taking out a sort of a common factor of m over 2, half m. So we're left with 225 minus gs. Right, so that energy loss is due to the fact that the block has to work against this frictional force here. So the work done by the frictional force here in moving from this point to this point is going to also be equal to this. So just using the same diagram, so we're going to now find the resistant force. This force here is mu r. So if we resolve perpendicular to the plane, then we have that r, now the component of this weight of its weight will be mg cos of 30 degrees. Cos of 30 is root 3 over 2, that's equal to 0. So r will be root 3 over 2 mg. Using F is equal to mu r, which is what this force is. Mu was 0.3, so it'll be 0.3 times root 3 over 2 mg. We'll leave it like that to be for the moment. Now, the work done by this force will be force times distance, but that's also equal to the energy loss that we just calculated. So the force 0.3 root 3 over 2 mg times the distance s will be equal to the energy loss that we just calculated, so half m225 minus gs. Now, obviously the m's cancel out, that's good, so we won't need, it's independent of mass. Also, these halves will cancel out. So we end up with 0.3 times root 3 gs is equal to 225 minus gs. So we've got 0.3 root 3 gs is equal to 225 minus gs. We've got an equation with s, we can now solve it. So we've got 0.3 root 3 g plus g lots of s, taking s out as a common factor, is equal to 255. So s will be 225 divided by 0.3 root 3 g plus g. So working out on my calculator, it'll give me 15.10, which will give me 15.1 meters. to correct to 3 significant figures. So this has been a video to find the length of a slope using energy of a body with a resistance force. I hope you've understood, and I thank you very much for watching.